Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Now, Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is simple. We create profitable currency traders that change people's lives. And we do that by teaching people how to trade using our simple but very accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we are so confident in how well the indicators in our coaching works that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. And this session this morning is to show you how simple and accurate they are and help you determine whether they might help you trade better. So with that, let's get going. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has for us this morning.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a variety of tools. We've got the videos, we've got the group training sessions, we've got live trade sessions like the one that you're on now. I do one Tuesday and Thursday morning, and then one Monday afternoon. Every day, so long as it's not a holiday. I also send out an email trade setup, and then we also have a trade pattern alert. It's an automated system that signals you when a good trade comes up according to the indicators. When you become a member, you will. We do live trades in the morning, 10 a.m., live trades in the evening, 6 p.m., and then you can see we have many coaching sessions. We are believers in constant coaching is crucial to kind of being a good trader, that going over the basics and continuing to practice is what differentiates all stars versus just intramural players. I like to work off of a spreadsheet that helps me kind of make sure I'm not missing anything. Every morning I like to refresh my green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates they might have done. One part that I consider essential to a good trader's protocol is that the end of every day or the beginning of the next day that you do go back and take a look at the trades that didn't go your way. There's learning to be had there. And because of our simulator allows you to go back to that specific time and look at what the chart was telling you about the trade and figure out what it was that you missed that caused you to lose. And the more often you do that, the less often you'll have to do that. Last night on last night's live trade. We took a 9 pip trade on the USD Canadian dollar, and it closed very quickly. And then on the overnight trade, that also closed profitably. But that ability to go back and take a look at and kind of figure out what you did wrong, very important. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, the movement of the currency price. Our indicators are very good at predicting the direction of the move. And if you can predict the direction of the move, you can make some money. However, news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what the news events are so that we can kind of trade around them. Place I like to look at the currency news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks it down into kind of 3 levels. Level 1 is the yellow markers that are low impact. Level 2 is the orange impact. I ignore the yellows. I ignore the yellows. I also ignore the oranges. Some people pay attention to these, but these red guys I want to trade around. And I usually put a 2-hour window before this event, and I stay out of it 2 hours beforehand. What happens, not as likely with when Bank of England governor speaks, because those prepared remarks don't get circulated, whereas a report on core CPI, that report is prepared the day before. That's sitting on somebody's desk, and people who are connected can start finding out what that number is before it's officially announced. So it starts to cause movement in the currency price, and by the time the indicator picks it up, it's you could be stopped out. So I just avoid it. So this morning, Fed Chairman Powell speaks at 10 a.m. So we will probably, the 2-hour limit puts us at 8. We're at 7. So if I see that the trade might go within one hour, maybe we'll take a trade on the USD, but we'll probably skip the pound and the USD this morning. Let's see here. The trade I'm going to do, we've got a dozen different signals, depending on how you like to trade. We will create a customized trade plan when we coach people. This is the one that suits me and that I principally trade from, although I've got a couple other strategies that I use. 10-point trade. I traded off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 11 pips, and I'm looking for the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy is simple. There's 3 parts of the chart. I want to find sections where all 3 parts of the chart agree. And if they all agree, the lines are moving in the same direction, that's a high probability trade, one that's less likely that I'll get stopped out on and that I'll get the move that I'm looking for. So with that, let's see what we've got. The chart I'm going to trade off of is one of our standard charts. It's the Light 6 Major. It is a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, on this first chart, they're all US based. So I'm looking for situations where, I start with the middle section, which we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator, and the black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I'm looking for situations where we're overbought and the lines are going down so that I can get a run through the channel, or oversold and the lines are moving up. In this case, we are oversold, and the lines are kind of sideways. Green line's going up, red line is going down. So I've got nothing here. Euro USD overbought. We've got disagreement between the lines. Majors are going up, minors are going down. So I want all the lines going in the same direction. Pound USD, we are just approaching overbought, but the minors are going sideways. So nothing here. Dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought. Everybody's coming down. So there's four things I'm looking for. So one, that we're overbought, or we're starting overbought. Two, that all the lines are going down, which they are. Red one is just barely going down. Three, that I've got what I call this double cross. Black lines crossed over the gray, and I want the red line to have crossed over the green. It's not quite crossed over yet. It might be peeking out here on the other side of the green. Yeah, I guess it is peeking out. And then the fourth thing is, what's the slope of the green line? And I want it to be better than 45 degrees, which it is. So I got the four things I want here. Then what I'm looking for, I'm going to jump up to the TNT and count how many lines are supporting the sell signal I see here. Each of these lines is measuring the rate of change at a different speed. And I want at least three of the four to agree with what I'm seeing here. So the thick orange line is coming down. Thin orange is going up. So I may have one of the two here. And the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. Blue go down, that means buy. So this isn't going up and this isn't. So I only have one of the four supporting here. And so if I don't have what I need here, then I don't need to really look at the third one. But the third one isn't, the pressure here is not in agreement either. I want these lines going down or the red line on top. And right now the lines are going up with the green line on top. So we're going to pass. Dollar, Swiss franc, overbought. Everybody's still going up. Dollar, yen, overbought. Majors going up, minors sideways. So I've cloned this chart, and I have another chart that has 6 other currency pairs that are non-USD based. Euro, pound. Everybody's going down. We were overbought. Everybody's going down. The red's on top. The black's on top. But look at the slope of my green line. It's less than 45 degrees. So I'm going to pass. I want this to be steeper than 45. The other thing I don't like about it is we've got 2 kinks in the line. Here's one kink. Here's another kink. And the kinks are going from more steep to less steep, more steep to less steep. So when that happens, it tells me the move is running out of gas. So we'll pass. Australian dollar, pound. We didn't quite reach oversold, but everybody's going up. Double cross, terrific steepness on the green line. But I am not crazy about trades where the green line is more than halfway, and it is more than halfway. It's almost overbought now. I don't know how much more is left in the move, so I just avoid it. The other thing is that it's evening in both of these markets, and I want it to be daytime in one of these markets to take the trade because I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart. I'm looking for the move to occur within an hour. If it's not active trading, it'll take longer for that move to happen, and then the indicator might change. So we're going to pass. Euro, Canadian dollar, overbought. Majors are kind of sideways. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. A good steepness on the green line. But again, it's evening in both of these markets. So I'm going to pass. Pound yen. Overbought. Everybody's going up. And we've got news coming up on the pound in 20 minutes. And I'm betting whatever that news is, it is going to be positive for the pound, because we've had a 70 pip move in 4 hours. So Euro Australian dollar overbought. Majors are starting to go sideways. Minors are down, so we don't have agreement. So again, I've cloned the chart. I've got more pairs to look at. Canadian dollar, yen overbought, going up. Euro New Zealand overbought. Minors have turned. Majors are sideways. Pound New Zealand overbought. Minors are sideways. Majors still going up. New Zealand dollar, yen. We've kind of missed this. Plus, it's evening in both of these markets. Gold dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. The greens crossed over. The grays crossed over. Steepness on the green line is just a little bit better than 45 degrees. So I've got all four here. Only thing I don't like is I prefer to have the green line closer to entering the channel. I prefer the green line to be kind of where the black and gray lines are. Two orange lines going up, supporting the buy signal here. Two blue lines coming down, supporting the buy signal. So all four are telling me buy. When I go down on my pressure, I've got down pressure with red on top. So the pressure is not with me yet. So we're going to pass. I want to take a high probability trade, and I only need 2 or 3 trades a day to make good money. So I'd rather wait and pick my spots where I see everything that I want. So it's a high probability trade. Because on those situations where you take a losing trade, it's that much more work to get back to break even. And the likelihood is you'll just end the day at break even. So if I can avoid it taking a loss, I'd rather, it's better to not lose versus to take a trade and lose. So that's how I approach it. Euro Swiss franc overbought and up now. So here's a situation where I wouldn't take this trade on a 1 hour chart, but you got 26 pips. If you took the trade here, you got 26 pips over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. So a little longer than what I would have liked, but you can you make money on taking a buy when you're overbought? Yes, you can. It just, I don't want to. When we're overbought, it's eventually going to turn, and I don't want to get stuck. So let's go to our last chart here. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar oversold. Major still going down. Minor starting to turn. Canadian Swiss franc yen overbought. Major still going up. Minor starting to turn. Euro yen disagreement, overbought, disagreement between the majors and minors. Pound Australian dollar. Both are starting to roll. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc oversold. Everybody's going up. double cross, terrific steepness on the green line, and all the lines are clustered. That's a plus when all the lines are clustered. So we've got 4 points here, 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So all 4 are supporting the buy. I've got weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the line and the closeness of the lines. So these lines are gapped, but I do have the red on top. So this is 1 point, 4 points, 4 points, so 9 points. On the New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, it's evening in New Zealand, but it's after lunch in Switzerland. So we still have a couple trading hours left. So let's see what a full chart looks like. Because when I see what I like, I want to then confirm it. And I confirm it by looking at a full chart. And a full chart is going to show me just the one pair, but over multiple time periods. So a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, 8-hour, 12, and a day. So what I want for the confirmation is I want us to be overbought on the 2, which we are, and overbought on the 4, which we are. They don't have to be going down. It's better if they're going down, but they don't have to be. And the reason I want these 2 overbought is if this, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. I want them oversold. We're taking a buy trade here. So I want these guys down here. I want these guys down here. So we're not. These guys are overbought. And this is telling me there's more up in the move. Oh, man. See, when we're overbought, at some point it's going to turn. And I don't want to get stuck holding the trade when it turns. If these are oversold, there's less likelihood of them continuing to go the other way and us getting stopped out. So I want these to be down here, and they're not. So we're going to pass on that. Where were we? All right. All right, so nothing there. Nothing. Oh, here's what we're looking at. New Zealand Swiss franc, Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Wow. Well, we are reaching overbought. So we're going to pass here. So we've just gone through 24 pairs and did not see a trade setup. I am going to use a second trade strategy. This is a little scalp strategy called the thick orange line trade. You can take it off of a 1-hour chart or a 30-minute chart. And basically, it looks for what the position of the thick orange line is. And the thick orange line is a scaled number. When it's as high as it can go, it is at 10. When it is as low as it can go, it's at 0. So when this is at 10, it thinks there's no more up in the movement. There's no more up in the movement. That's a good time to sell. So we look, and you can take this when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour, and we're approaching that. So I look for 10 or 0 for the thick orange line, or within 1 point of either end. So 6 isn't close enough, 5 isn't close enough, 9 is close enough. That's within 1. And when I see this at 0 or 10, then I'm going to look down to the majors and minors, and I want the red line on the major indicator to be above the blue line if this is at 9, which it is. So we've got both elements of the trade, 9 plus the red line above the horizontal blue line. But our issue here is we've got news coming. So if there were no news coming, I would take 5 pips on this, a 5 pip sell. But because there's news coming just after 7, we're not going to do that. 8 isn't close enough. 9.29, that is above. And the red line's above. So we've got element 1, the thick orange line's above, and element 2, the red line's above the blue. So we're going to go ahead and take a sell on the Swiss franc yen. So this is a demo account. I need to open up the, I don't have Swiss franc yen here. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. Swiss franc yen is going to probably be in this third group. CHF yen right there. I'm going to make it a 1-hour chart, so I'm looking at the same thing. The spread's 2 pips. The spread is too much for this trade. Needs to be 1 pip or less for a 5 pip trade. What the spread is the difference between the buy and the ask price. So like on the Euro USD, it's a point, not even a pip. It's just 21.1 to 21.3. Here, it's 89.3 to it's 2 pips. So that's too much to. I'd have to make 2 pips before I'm back to break even. And on a 5 pip trade, so 5 out of 2 out of 5 is 40%. So that's too much. So we are not going to, even though we've got the signal here, we're not going to take it. 0.05. So Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's take a look at that. We got 2 minutes left. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I don't have that. So File, New Chart. It's going to again probably be in this third. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's make it a 1-hour chart. All right, so this is just less than a pip. So this is okay. Let's just double check. So that's within 1 of 0. And the red line's down. So we're going to take a buy. My lot size, I'm going to go to new order. I get I'm going to move my decimal place over to figure out my lot size. My decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.47. So I want to adjust this to 1.47. I'm going to take a market buy. And then I'm going to right click, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. So 5 pips equals 50 points. And because of the winning accuracy on this trade, we can use a 4-to-1. So 20 pip stop loss. And then I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So we got in at 0.8992. So I want to go to 9.7. 973. 973. All right, so we took a buy using the thick orange line signal with the take profit of 0.89973, 0.89973. A stop loss of 0.89710. Stop loss of 0.89710. And we are going to look for this to close in the next couple hours. some people like to wait until the clock changes because they want to see that the thick orange line number changes by 1. So I'm comfortable taking it right beforehand, but let's just see if it does change because it's been at 0 the last 2 hours. All right, it changed by a little less than 1. Ideally, I want this to change by 1. So yeah, it'll take probably closer to 2 or 3 hours. What happens is when this is at 0 and this is way oversold, when the clock changes, there's a little snap, and that snap is usually worth 5 pips. So just to reiterate, we took a buy on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, with a take profit of 0.89973, 0.89973, stop loss of 0.89710. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you want to learn to trade, best way to do it is to find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We are good at it. We come online almost every day and show you how well these indicators work. And we have a new service coming out where not only do you not have to sit and try to figure it out yourself, we will send you trade setups when they come. So makes it real easy to become a profitable trader. First step, though, is see for yourself. You don't need to take my word for it. Sign up for our trial, and the trial is going to be changing soon. Where right now it's $10. It's going to be going up to $99. So you get a little bit of a. You'll save yourself a little money if you're able to start now. Have a terrific rest of your day. We'll see you this afternoon when we do the overnight trade.